State Police Command has arrested a herdsman who identified himself simply as Mohammed in the Meko-Afon local government area of the state, locking in the forest with AK-47 rifle. The police said on Wednesday that Mohammed was arrested on Tuesday following an intelligence report that young Fulani boys were sighted in the area wielding the rifle. Upon the information, the police detectives stormed the scene and they found Mohammed hiding in the bush, and he is actually planning a kidnap operation. In a release, the Command Police Public Relations Officer, DSP Abimbola Oyeyemi, said the operatives of the Ogun State Police Command on Tuesday apprehended a herdsman who simply identified himself as Mohammed with one AK-47 rifle. The suspect was arrested following information received by the Meko Divisional Headquarters that two young Fulani boys were sighted at the Christ Apostolic Church Oha Forest, Iwoye K2 in the Meko-Afon local government area. On receiving the information, the divisional police officer mobilized the rest of the officers, other stakeholders like the hunters, vigilantes, and they stormed the said forest. After hours of combing the forest, one Mohammed was seen hiding in the bush with one AK-47 rifle, and he was arrested. The arrested armed boy is strongly suspected to be a member of kidnap syndicates who have been terrorizing the area for quite some time now. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police has ordered the immediate transfer of the suspect. A lot of Nigerians have lost hope, trust in this regime of Buhari. This is a government who pampers any kind of criminal from the north of Nigeria. Any type of criminal from the north of Nigeria is pampered. Any oppressor from the north of Nigeria is pampered. And the comments that trail this, that follow this, will actually give you insight into what I'm talking about. We cannot keep talking about this without pointing to some facts, or let's say some events, previous events. We've seen the lackadaisical attitude of Buhari to the very diabolic, very terrible, very evil activities of his kinsmen, people from the north. It took him a long time to actually command the military to deal with bandits. In fact, he made a case for them. One will kind of try to understand these things on two sides, that probably there are some Fulanis who are into cow business, and these Fulanis are not aggressive, they are not criminals, they are not thieves, they are going about their business. It's just like any other person. Yes, you will find criminals everywhere. Before the Fulanis or Northerners came to the south of Nigeria, or let's say they've been there doing their business, but before this invasion of the Fulanis or aliens, we've had kidnapping in the south of Nigeria. We've had ritual kidnapping in the south of Nigeria, and the kidnappers are Southerners. We've had this, but somehow it seems these herdsmen or Fulanis, who are not even herdsmen, they kind of found out that kidnapping and asking for ransom and even selling body parts is more profitable than actual selling or the business of cattle hearing. So they use their cows as a cover to appear like they are on a legitimate business, and being that they have a man who is a cowman, Buhari, who has spoken on behalf of them, making a case for them, it gives them that confidence to move around with their AK-47 rifle. So like I said initially, I said it took Buhari a very long time to order the military to go after bandits or terrorists or aliens who are invading Nigeria. It took him a long time. And even when he said this, we have not seen too much of the military action on those people. What they've done is to give them money, grant them amnesty, and tell them, pamper them and tell them they will be sent abroad and all of this. And when I brought up that story back then, I said Buhari's regime is simply replicating what happened during Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's administration, where militants were granted amnesty. Buhari does not care what the storyline is. He doesn't care if the militants in the south of Nigeria were doing all of those things because their land is being invaded by the so-called companies and drilling oil and spillage and all of that. He wasn't bothered about the story. All he cares about is that there are some group of people who blew pipelines, kidnapped expatriates. These people were forgiven, granted amnesty, sent abroad to study. So why not do the same for these ones too, even if the story does not align? Any group of people who gather to threaten, to steal, kill, and destroy can be granted amnesty as long as you have someone from your ethnic group or tribe. That's just what the story is about. Someone said they will release him and send him abroad for best knowledge of the business. Someone said the federal government will teach the Ogun State Police in the language they understand. Someone said, where did he get his gun and who sent him to that state? Let him tell the world where their leader with their fellow killers are. And that is something that I have wanted. Although they are going to deny it, when they got this young boy, although he might not have full information, because the man at the top might not necessarily, kind of connect to this foot soldier, but they should be interrogated, and whatever it is that they will be saying should be put on camera for everybody to see, so we know how true all of these things are. I mean, for people who do not believe, people who do not believe will know how true these things are. They need to have recorded and questioned him and queried, who sent you here? Who is this? Who is that person? And, of course, we've seen some videos where they say, oh, someone, blah, 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 from the north is the one that sent us here, or that us here, and all of that thing. But nothing happens at the end of the day. But it is not going to be so nice to just give them up to the police, or the police just take them up and transfer them. The case will be covered. That's what I'm saying. Once the hunters and the rest of the people there got that young boy, they should have recorded and queried him also publicly. Although the police will want to take upper hand, they might say, no, that's not how it's done. We have to take him to the police station and all of that. Someone say he shouldn't be arrested now. I think the chief has given order of shoot aside to any criminals with AK-47. But what did I know? This is Nigeria. That guy cannot be remanded for 24 hours. Order from above, definitely. That young boy did not pick AK-47 from the street. AK-47 is not cheap, so he doesn't have the money to buy that. There is a kind of hierarchy in this criminal organization, and it is not just someone on the street. They are well trained and connected. So, like that young man has just commented, yes, it is the truth. They will be sending in they will be calling the police station to release him ASAP. That's it. Someone say you know him holding AK-47 and the government of the day said shoot aside. Someone say he found the rifle on the floor, so he'll be released soon. Someone said he chased out Sunday Igboho so that they can perpetrate their illegal act. Someone say if it's a southerner now, they would have shot him at sight, saying they are obeying the president order on shoot at sight. And also, if it were a southerner, I am thinking that the person right now will be dragged. DSS will take over the case so as to, everything is just becoming tiresome. It's becoming tiresome. Someone said I thought the presidential order is that any unauthorized person found with an AK-47 rifle should be shot aside. In the end, he will still be released without arraignment in court. He's a member of the sacred Fulani murderous clan who cannot be touched because he's backed by influential people in Abuja. So, as you can see, everybody is saying the same thing. Everyone is saying the same thing. Shoot aside. No one is shooting the young man aside. He's been transferred to a corner somewhere, and a call will be released, and probably the police that gets the call will also receive his own check. That's how this game is. Anyway, guys, what's your opinion about this one? It is becoming one too many, and the Ogun State governor of that state should rise up to this. He should make sure that as much as we can publicize this, that's what I'm saying, and the Ogun State governor too, you should be able to be upright in this. If not, these Rdsmen or these killers, these criminals will soon come to the government house.